Hello everybody and welcome. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Golden Lab. Last we left off, we had created our team, Knight, the weakest team on the grid, and despite that, we managed to score an amazing 4 points in the first race of the season, which was in Argentina, based on the Autodromo Oscar y Juan Garbes. Thank you TSB for that one. And on that note, this is not Spa, this is actually Zolder. Now that baffles me that you would not pick Spa for an F1 game, but fair. F1 did run at Zolder in the 70s, so it makes sense. Spa is so iconic, it would be just like, I don't know, not picking Interlagos for Brazil. But hey, Zolder was a fun track. So we managed to score 4 points, which puts us, well, 5th in the standings, which is clearly not where we belong, but we're gonna try to do that again. Now Zolder, well, sorry, not Zolder, Erste, I don't speak Dutch, is bumpy, just like the previous track, and it's also wet, which means that we're gonna get some rain, whether in quali or in the race. Now, before we move on, we have $5 reduce to spend. We could do, well, I was gonna say one of two things, but no, it costs $6 to make a new part. So the only thing we could do, really, in order to improve our cars, would be to upgrade them, meaning a little bit of repair and a little bit of performance. I'm actually gonna keep that money to make a new part for next race, because we should get $1, and see where that leads us. For now, Rodriguez is the one who scored 4 points in the previous race, despite the fact that Romano was in the lead for the team for the longest time. But I think, yeah, we want to keep our money and give it to our best driver. Now, let's dive right in. I'm not going to explain as much as the first episode, obviously, and okay. So in the bottom left corner here, you can see the forecast. It's going to be dry for the first part of the session, and then it's going to start raining. When it starts raining, you lose grip tremendously, which means that basically halfway through the race is when you want to be setting your fastest lap. We have a sponsor challenge, golden tuning the engine of one of our cars. Now the engine gives you acceleration out of the corners, and it's quite the sneaky track, so it's not a bad thing to have better engines. So let's see. I'm gonna butcher that name. Dussel? Nah, partied a bit too hard. Now, let's see. Oh, it's gonna be very light rain. Okay. Well, that's actually good for us. We have one of our crew who is a rainmaster, which means that if we're running dry tires on the wet, we have an extra speed, so we could have a bit of an advantage at the end here with a higher grip and a bit of moisture on the track. Now, our steering is our strongest point, our engine is the weakest, so tuning the engine actually makes sense. We're obviously going to start by running soft tires, and we want to set up as many laps as we can. Now, we are first out of the pit lane, which is a good thing in that case, because we can anticipate a bit more when we come out on track, not to leave in traffic. Not that we have a very high chance of doing anything good, but who knows? And Rodriguez instantly can't focus, and Romano as well. Okay, first lap is to be forgotten, but that's not where the... Oh! Okay, Paul Woods, who I think is the leader of the championship. No, not the leader, but Paul Woods has crashed for not McLaren. Okay, so instant yellow flag, which means that, well, our laps are going to be very slow, but it is how it is. We're still going to be able to tune the cars because we made it a full lap. Now, of course, we're the fastest, but doesn't mean much. All right, time for tuning. I'm going to go with my usual technique of whichever one is better. If they're kind of tied, go for the cheap one. And if you okay, this one costs 1, this one costs 4. Multiply this 3 by 4. So this one is between 4 and 12. This one is 213. I think this one is a bit of bang for a buck, really. Yeah, of course it would be a 1. It's good for this one. 13, not bad. This is cheaper. This is 14. Good. All right, not bad. We're almost halfway through a golden tune on the engine already for Rodriguez's car. Now let's see for Romano. That's a bit risky. We have quite a few ability points from our engineer because we splashed on a good engineer named Pope, not the Pope team. But yeah, our drivers are the ones that are not up to speed, all puns intended. Now, here comes an interesting mechanic. A lap is about 140 here, but because we have a yellow flag, I'm going to keep time moving forward. Because we have a yellow flag, the outlap is going to be very slow. So I think I'm going to send them out at around 2 minutes left on the yellow flag to hope that they cross the line for a flying lap at the best time. And the AI does the same, by the way. So yeah, we should be good. See, they're starting to move. And the whole pack moves at once, which is why being at the end of the pit lane is actually quite good. All right, let's hope that Rodriguez crosses the line. Okay, slow down, Rodriguez, slow down. You're going to be too quick. I'm not sure. Romano is in the zone, though, so we're going to get a good lap. Now, good laps at the beginning of quali don't mean much, but yeah, Rodriguez did not improve the first sector because of the fact he crossed the line a bit early, but Romano goes first. We're never going to stay first. Yep, here comes the big teams. Woods crashing is good, because Woods would have been very high on the grid. So it's good for us, and that's fine. It's only a yellow flag. When it's bad, it's a red flag. So Woods will just start from the back of the pack. I have no doubt that Woods will overtake us and finish in the points. But we'll take what we can get. Okay, almost there for the full golden tune already. And you can see that we're not going to be able to run a lot of laps here. So tuning is even more important. Ooh, that was a good one. That was a bad one. That was a very bad one. Ugh. Yeah, well. RNGesus giveth, RNGesus taketh away. Alright, let's see. You can do quali quite fast. Rodriguez can't focus. Romano is in the zone, though. Again, Romano. What did you eat for breakfast? Did you have a fast driver? Did you eat some leopard? Did you eat leopard? Wow. Okay, what's going on? There are no difficulty levels. So we really have no business being that up front. We're going to drop down the order, but that did not go that well on my first playthrough. Then again, we have a very well-tuned car. Wait, Lovera has a way less performing car than we do? Huh? What? Do we all start with equal cars, but they just get their first picks and better budget? Because if that's the case, the pick of a very good engineer is it the drivers actually being good, and in our case the cars? Huh. Well, we may have a chance. May being the operative word. Okay, let's not overshoot. Nope, just fine. Now, chassis for top speed. There are some pretty long straights, and steering is obviously for the corner. I'm going to go for steering. Our steering is good. But if we improve it, we're going to be better in the corners where, you know, overtaking happens. Braking and cornering. All right. Let's go. All right, not too bad. We have a shot of getting 2 golden tunes on this one. Now, because of the flag, of the yellow flag, we're probably never going to get 3 golden tunes, but... Oh, come on! That was gnarly. Well, sorry, Romano. Your poor performance in the last race means that we tuned Rodriguez's car with a bit higher priority. Totally nothing to do with RNG or anything. Okay, we are P8, P10 right now, which is... frankly, quite good. Rodriguez can't focus for the 3rd lap in a row. Come on, get your head down, man. We're improving, but... oh, wow, P4, P6. What is going on in this save? Is it streamer luck? Wait, I'm not streaming. Is it YouTube luck? I'm jinxing it, aren't I? +8, I'll take that. +10, very good. +13, Jesus. Pope is tuning Rodriguez's car like his job depends on it. I mean, we're keeping Pope for next season. Definitely, we're trying to hold on. Now, at the end of the season, you rehire your whole crew. There's a bit of a draft, but you have basically you can get your people for cheaper if you choose to keep them. And we're definitely keeping our crew. Drivers, we'll see. Not 18, baby. Yeah. 3. Okay, not too bad. I'm not sure we're going to be able to golden tune, but I'll be damned if we don't try. Especially when at the end it starts to gets a bit wet. It's actually very good condition for us. Okay, Rodriguez is not having a bad lap. I mean, they're not even 2/10 apart, so yeah, they're a tenth apart. Very good, very good. P7, P8 is again higher than I thought we would be. Just is the car tuned to perfection? Now the problem is with good drivers, they're going to win more races. They're going to get more money from the sponsors, and they're going to get better cars. So at the beginning of the season, we actually have an advantage, it seems. Interesting. If I roll 15, we go bust. We're not going to roll 15, right? 10. Oh, baby. Triple golden tune? Nah, we don't have enough time. Well, give it a shot. 14. Cheap. Rodriguez is going to have one of the best cars on track. Shame it's in the end of basically mass spin. No, that's not true. Rodriguez actually scored points. Anywho. Get back out. Get back out. I don't care if they're in traffic. I want them to put in as many laps as possible to be able to tune the car more and more. Maybe on the last lap, I will try to time that exit because it's going to be the fastest laps. And we're starting to see some moisture on track. Now, Rodriguez improves. Romano may not improve because he's stuck in traffic. Nope, no, he's not. Yeah, kinda. Okay, not great on this one. And we have one more lap. Now, there's a trade-off here. If I send them back on track right now, they will have time to do their out lap, do a fast lap, and probably come back in so we can tune the car. This would be better for the race. If I just wait as long as possible to send them out, they will get a better quali lap, but the car will not be tuned as well during the race. I think I'm going to bet it all on the race. The track is bumpy. It's going to be rainy. There's going to be pit stops. So I'm going to gamble on quali not being that important. Let's hope it's not foreshadowing. And I genuinely don't know. I didn't edit the videos for the time being, so I have no clue if it's foreshadowing or not. There's no edit tumbles. Alright, you go out. And you... Golden tune. Okay, two golden tunes. I was saying that 10 times fast. Is not bad indeed. 11, okay. So we should have time for one more tune. Provided you move it. Okay, don't get overtaken during your out lap. I mean, they are faster than you, but really not by much. And it's starting to get wet. Now, let's see if we improve our sectors. Rodriguez, Romano has some free air. So does Rodriguez. And it seems that Loop and Larousse, who are behind us, the two French drivers, are not improving. Rodriguez is. Now, he's on the in lap. Larousse is not improving. Okay, this is our time, guys. This is our time. I want some green sectors. Show me green. Show me green. Very good. Show me purple. Rodriguez improves, but it's just not enough. Romano, you can't be stuck in 13. 8. Okay, some drivers are still improving. We are not out of the water. It's raining. Must be the water. I could have waited an extra minute, but yeah. Could have waited an extra minute. Would have meant more grip, but more water on the track. I'm not sure if it was worth it. And I don't think there's going to be any improvement. Is it P7, P8 for us? Jesus. This is way higher than we have any business being. I will take it. Oh, 1. Don't overdo it. I can't complain about the tuning, really. Oh, Jesus. Are we going to triple? No! Oh, the greed! Oh! Oh, the high roll did a thing. We could have had a triple golden tune. Ah! No, we don't have time for an outlap and a flying lap, so this is it for quali, but I got greedy. Almost. Right. Everybody is in the pit, except for Woods. Alright. P7, P8, that is... Wow. The importance of a good pit crew, a good engineer actually, is monstrous. You can have the 2 biggest moppets on the track, because we kind of do, and yet do very well at the beginning of the season, because all cars are kind of equal. Oh, wow. Only 1 second? Oh, no. 5.76. Hey, the 2 Vernier cars, same time. Neat. And our 2 drivers are only 700ths of a second apart, so they're similar on pace, which is good. All right. It's going to be, oh, Lord. Torrential, rainy, and torrential. Okay, okay. Well, we're not going on soft tires in this weather. We're not even going on inters. Ah, no, the beginning of it is on inters. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go out on inters, and I suspect that everybody is going to. You can see the wet range here. We're almost in the middle. And after maybe 5-6 laps, we're going to have to box. So what I will do is I will have them push. These inters are going to get swapped off for 5 or 6 laps. So we're going to push like crazy, remove as much life out of these inters as possible to extract as much time as possible from these inters before everybody has to box for wets. And it looks like the whole race is going to be on wets after. Jürgen Schuss, crew chief of Ferrari, German at Ferrari, where have I seen that before? Is hungover. Well, Moretti at Ferrari is hungover. Did they have too much Belgian beer altogether? A little bit of a... Everybody's starting on wets? Okay. We will have the pace at the start. We need the pace at the start. We need to overtake at the start as much as possible, because we're going to have to box. We have better tires. We have a good pit crew. Let's see. 5 lights and away we go. And Rodriguez starts instantly in the zone. Can I get a zoom in, please? Or is it not? Oh. Okay, where do I have to scroll? That's weird. Alright, P7, P9. That is not a turbo start, guys. That is a very bad start. Oh, wow. You're overtaking each other. That is not... Wow, we are tumbling down. All puns intended. You're supposed to have the better grip, guys. So, get a grip. I'm gonna tell them to push on the fuel because I am pretty sure that these first laps are gonna be the quickest laps we're gonna see all session, all race, because of the weather. Guys, if there's a moment you need to make time, it is now. So push, 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 push. I'm gonna have you ruin this tire. Oh, the 2 Enzolinis in front are just taken out, taken off, checked out. I mean, again, our drivers are really not that good, so can't expect too much. Rodriguez is in the zone. Okay, I'm gonna have you cool off in the first part of the lap, and there's already a crash by Rinaldi. The replacement driver. Do I pit? It's going to be a 7-minute yellow flag. You know what? That's perfect for us. We lost a few positions, but we're going to get a cheap pit stop. Because by the time we make it around, we're going to box not this lap, next lap. Because, yeah, it's going to be a cheaper pit stop, since the cars will be going around the track slower. And this is basically the crossover point where wets become better than... Okay, that actually is good. We dropped a few positions, not that I wasn't expecting it, but we're not going to lose too much under the yellows. We're going to be at the back of the pack, where we belong. But they're going to... will be a bit of an offset strategy, if you will. And race on. Okay, you're gonna push. You got brand new tires, even though it's a bit wet. You got 6 lap fresher tires. There you go. You're in the zone, Rodriguez. Rodriguez is on fire today. And not in a bad way. Okay, chill, chill. Alright. Romano is in the zone this lap. Okay. I normally don't do that. But I'm gonna give team orders for Romano to take position over Rodriguez, because Rodriguez is a bit stressed and Romano is in the zone. So swap is it. You just got overtaken. Never mind. I gave the orders to the wrong one. Okay, that's on me, guys. All right. And Rodriguez, even though he's not in the zone, is actually doing a pretty good job. That's our high steering and engine tuning for you. We're gonna start seeing a few pits. Maybe not right now. Okay, do we try to go for a one? I think we need to go for a one stop. Now, most likely, there's gonna be some more incidents, yellow flags. And I haven't touched upon it very much, but yellow flags, oh, Rodriguez is in the zone. I'm going to tell you to push. Yellow flags in this are actually not yellow flags, they're double yellows. It's basically virtual safety car. There's a new safety car in this. So basically all cars maintain their relative delta. So if you're 2 seconds behind the car in front, you need to stay at 2 seconds. This is what modern Formula 1 would call virtual safety car. There's no pure yellow because that's not really that useful. It's just double yellows or full-blown red flag. Okay, so I think we need to aim for one more pit, which will be the same as everyone, mind you, but I'm gonna need to trade those tires. Starting on the inters may not have been the right strategy here. We kind of in the second part of the pack here and just miles away from the guys in front. There's a big train behind Hostler here, and we cannot really overtake. Okay, Rodriguez, push. Not great for the tires, but I need you to push. I need you to get away from that pack. You're getting in further in. Okay, never mind. You have better tires, you have a better car, and you're... Oh, wow, Rodriguez. What the hell? Dropped to P17 instantly. We're gonna need a bit of rain magic, I think, in order to score points on this one. I was way more optimistic. Oh, both are in the zone. I was way more optimistic for this race than the previous one, but it's looking like it's not gonna... Well, you never know. Piston loop crashed. And that's gonna be a free pit stop for all the other teams. I think a lot of other teams are gonna pit. We're not going to pit. It's going to give us a bit of track position. Let's just go for an offset strategy. Yeah. Well, we are right at the door of the points. And a slow pit stop for Ronnie Campbell. Good for us. And Romano is in the points. Well, how long is he going to stay in the points? Okay. You don't push. Don't push, you're going to crash. And we need to save these wet tires. We're going to pit, yeah, right at the end of their lifetime. So it kind of works for us, actually, but... This double yellow they had, and it also gave the AI a cheap pit stop, so we didn't really gain much by starting on the inters. If anything, we lost because our drivers are Muppets. They have better cars, better tires, and they lost positions. Again, we out-qualified ourselves. You're in the zone. When they're in the zone, I like to put them on push, max push. Now, of course, with that much rain on the track, and a bumpy track, it's kind of dangerous to push. But if we want to keep P10, I think we have to. We got bogged down in traffic because of our strategy, so we need to make up that time. Now, Romano in the zone again. Okay, well, Rodriguez cannot focus. Romano is... Okay, take it easy. Take it easy. I'm going to tell you to push at the end of the lap. Some buck marker in front of us. Fonseca. Oi, blue flag. Goddamn French team. Okay, no, he got out of the way pretty well. And Romano in the zone for the 3rd lap in a row. Jesus, Romano, push, push, push. And Rodriguez as well. Okay. What are we doing for fuel? Yeah, we still cannot tell them to full push, but gonna be able to pretty soon. It's a shame you can't tune the amount of fuel you get. I think a couple more features for this game would not have been that hard to implement and would have been interesting. Now, obviously, in the 70s, you refueled the car back then. Would have made it interesting, I think, a bit more strategic aspect. And maybe being able to configure how much fuel you put in the car, trying to take yellow into account. Team Morstan crash, and Morstan had the fastest lap and is probably going to keep it. That is one free position for us. We're getting double points right now. Now, do we box now? There's two visions here. Either we box now and we will have to make another pit stop, but we'll have fresher tires, or we keep on going and the forecast say torrential at the end here, so it's gonna keep on being heavy rain. I don't think we box. One set of no, it's too early to box. 5 laps later, I would have considered it, but right now it's just too early. Of course, other teams are pitting. Must be the water. Can see it's a long yellow flag. Getting Morstan car out of the barrier here at Wensport. Sorry, what? Overwinning bot. That's probably a pun on the real life corner, but it eludes me. All right, race on. How are we doing for fuel? We can almost make it to the end by full pushing, and we're gonna full push, I think. There's bound to be another yellow flag. We're not even halfway through the race, and there's already been 3. Only hope is that we are not the cause of another yellow. And I'm gonna tell my drivers to stop pushing like crazy, because the track is, well, in real life that would be red flag, because we don't run wet tires in real life because of the ground effect. Although I say that, there were wet tires in quali in Las Vegas, which was probably the best quali session we've seen all year. And then the race was a snooze fest, and not just because it was at 5 AM, but hey ho. Yeah. It was gonna stay torrential until the end. So we're in a bit of a no man's land right now. But that's actually okay. We're gonna push our tires as long as possible and hope for another cheap pit stop. But if there's not, I'm gonna have to box them. Didn't want them to have a puncture, or worse, bin it. We don't want to take a page of McLaren's book and Bottom and Lovera crashed, and they were in front of us as well. Jesus, that is. Whew. And that's 4-minute yellow, so we're gonna box at the end of next lap. Try to get a bit of more, maybe the one after even. Let's see. Now 240. Now we need to box now. Box. And these wet tires will definitely make it to the end if we nurse them a bit. But there's gonna be more yellows. Well, the leaders are crashing left, right, and center, which is, I mean, I'm not complaining. Slow pit stop for Steiner. That's what you get for cheaping out on a good crew. Okay, we can be full push and fuel at least now. That's very good. We may have to conserve our tires or box again for a new set, because they're going to be running on threads. But we'll see. If at any point here there's a yellow, then we can box. We can pit for cheap. How many pit stops? Oh, only 2. Okay. I'm speeding things up. We don't need to. I'm gonna try to keep the tires going. I'm not gonna tell them to push. We're P7, P9 right now. Romano's in the zone. All right, screw it, push, full push. Try to get the best of Schaub. Got similar tires, but kind of not a great driver. Yeah, no, forget about it. I don't want to tell them. Even going in the yellow when the track is that damp is just scary, man. I'll be happy if we finish P7, P8, I'll be honest. Yeah, I'm not even going to tell Romano to push, even though he's... Campbell crashed. Do we take the cheap pit stop? Oh yeah, we'll take it. But towards the end of that yellow. And I think we're not going to be the only ones. Because if you pit now, basically you're not going to need to pit until the end of the race. So well, yeah, we're seeing a lot of pit stops. Let's see. Okay, we're boxing at the end of this lap. For both our drivers. Yep. Okay, everything coming out Millhouse. If we do double points P7, P8, Jesus, that race is crazy. 5 DNF already. Oh, we're about to get lapped by P1. Oh, that's actually good, because that means we're going to have to drive one less lap. One fewer lap? 60 laps instead of 61. There you go. Hey, Romano, you're behind P2. You may want to learn how they're doing it. You can't get past Moretti. You're not in content. No, just no. Don't even think about no. Yeah, he's not pushing on fuel. That's interesting. Okay, I think I'm going to move time forward really because we're not catching Schaub in P6. If we catch, it's in the pits. We're 15 seconds behind. Rodriguez is 15 seconds behind Romano, and Hostler is 7 seconds behind. So I'm going to have to monitor Hostler's pace, although he's on pretty worn wet, and he's pushing. So we know where that ends up. But we can speed things up a bit. We're going to just monitor the delta between Rodriguez and Hostler, and Rodriguez is having focus issues. 8 seconds. Romano is making good time on Schaub. And 8 seconds, quite stable with Hostler. Okay. I mean, I'm happy if we finish like that. Romano is catching up on Schaub, and he's stuck behind, not traffic, P1 and P2. He's stuck behind them. He's actually got the pace on the leaders here. Look at the last lap, 137.25, 137.74. He's got the pace. Romano is just, he's cooking. That's how the youngins say, right? It's cooking. Rodriguez is 11 seconds. Okay, Romano, you're catching up to P6. Do I tell him to push? It's a bit greedy, but Schaub, do you think Schaub's wets are good? There's no world in which Schaub's wets are making it to the end of the race. Schaub is going to have to pit. I'm not taking any chances. There's no world in which we catch P5. Even if they box, or when they box, they're 40 seconds off the road. I think we're going to sit. We're going to happily sit in this position and try to not bin it. I could tell them to not push, but I don't like using the flow to conserve. I mean, Rodriguez could, but who knows? When Schaub pits, 16 seconds, Rodriguez may make up that time and get an extra position on track. Oh yeah. Romano is like, I want it. I want my P6, my precious, my treasure. Dunno. Oh, and he goes to the pit. Okay, we are safe. Is it gonna be P7, P6? No way. Schaub coming by behind Rodriguez, 5 seconds back. Rodriguez doesn't need to do anything special except keeping it on the black stuff. And Larus crashed. Oh my god, Larus is in front of us. There's no reason to pit, just... And that's a puncture for Ryan. Ryan, P1 has a puncture. Yeah, but we've been lapped. We're not catching up. Goodness me, that's why rainy races are the best from a spectator point of view. And also for the back markers, because we're clearly a back marker, although, hell, we may jump to P3 in the championship at this race. No, don't jinx it. Okay, 5 laps left, because we're lapped. Romano, you're in the zone. Very good. You're 1 minute and 6 seconds off the road from P4. You do nothing. Rodriguez, however, you've got Schaub coming behind you. Who's 5 seconds off the road. Rodriguez may have to push to preserve P6. But Romano, you take it very easy. You're 17 seconds off the road from your teammate. You can chill. Romano, you're in the zone. Very good. Don't do anything with it. Rodriguez, I'm gonna have you push. Shelby's catching up. Shelby's on much fresher tires. Don't want to be overdone by rubber. Okay. Nope. Shelby's... Oh, this is going to be tight, chap. There's 2 laps left. We should be okay. 2 laps, we should be okay. Through pit stop for Steiner, who tried to extend their stint. Didn't quite pan out. It's going to come out just behind. No, wait. It's going to be nothing. We don't care. We don't care. We only care about our race. Final lap. Both on in the zone. Okay, Rodriguez, you're 2 seconds off the road from Schaub. Push on your final lap. Wait, it's not your final lap. P1 hasn't crossed the line yet, has they? Oh no, this is the final lap. It's going to come down to the wire to see if we can keep P7. Rodriguez, you're not happy with your lap, but you're 4 seconds off. I think you've done the job. There's a bug marker behind you in P7. Oh, you caught up to Romano, who was chilling. Okay, Romano, just... Don't be a roadblock. Rodriguez, don't overtake Romano. Don't be rude. Okay, okay. Both of you, just take a chill pill. And that's gonna be P5, P6. My... What the fudge? Did you crash at the finish line? No. No. No! I guess we got P7 nonetheless. Oh, what, did you bin it? Did you try to do donuts at the finish line before you crossed and just binned it into the wall? Well, wet race, right? It's not over until it's over. But I cannot be mad. 16 points for the team. P5 and P7. This is insane. This is not where we belong. 16 points on this one. Now, we're not going to get a lot of money because the money comes from your sponsor. And you can be very high in the grid. If you haven't made the bet for it, you're not going to get a lot of money. But we're getting $6 reduce on this one. And that's enough for a new part on its own, which is very good. Now, the season results, we're P6 and P7 with 10 points for both our drivers. And Rodriguez could have more if he hadn't binned it trying to be an idiot on the start-finish line. You know what? We don't belong, but hey, if I say that all season and we finish P6, P7, and on the Constructors' Championship, oh my god, we're P3. Oh my... When races are amazing, guys. They're fantastic. Pit City is fully healed, back from the hospital, and Rinaldi comes back to the pit, which is good because they binned it. Next episode will be totally not Barcelona, Catalonia, with an arid track, which means there's not going to be any rain, and a narrow track where overtaking is difficult, which is good because we have bad drivers and a great pit crew. But that's going to have to be it for me today. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope you had a good one. We'll be back in a few days for the next episode of this night full season. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.